Hello, I'm Nathaniel Marshall, and I'm going to be doing another class. This is like part two on anger management and how to avoid conflict in domestic violence. Okay, so domestic abuse can be a hard issue to address because there's so much passion um, in a household. Why? Because the two persons involved have been together for a long time, and you love each other, and you care so much about each other. So when you're angry with each other, um, you get heated up, and you're gonna fight. So like I said in the last video, the number one thing one of you gonna have to do, and that's take charge of yourself, not the other individual. You're not trying to take charge of the other individual. You're gonna take charge of your own mind. You're gonna take charge of your own body, and you're gonna calm yourself down. You're gonna take a deep breath. Inhale. You're gonna exhale. You're gonna do that 10 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That actually feels good. Now, this person may be arguing and fussing, and they arguing and fussing over something that you consider trivial. It may be over a sock that you consistently leave on the floor. It may be a him or a her. Leave that sock on the floor on all the time. And so, one way, instead of yelling and fussing about that sock being on the floor, one way to deal with that sock being on the floor is to go to the person and rub the person on the head or shoulder and say, "Hey, sweetheart, can you pick that sock up, please?" And you consistently do that. Just say, "Hey, babe, can you pick that sock up?" Or maybe you pick that sock up, and that person look and see that the sock is gone, and then maybe he'll try to or she'll try to pick the sock up before you see that sock or that item or whatever it is. So that's one way to avoid conflict over a trivial item. I think a sock is a trivial item. Or maybe you leave the TV on in the bedroom when your significant other is trying to go to sleep. You should be mindful of little things like that. Uh, you may think it's trivial. The other individual may think that it's a big thing. Be mindful of things that your significant other may think that it's a significant issue. If you're together, you have to take things under consideration that your significant other may think that it is a large issue for that person. If it is, you have to compromise. When that person sleep, you may want to watch the news, let that person sleep, and then you go out, go to the living room, and you go watch the news or whatever it may be. So that is another way to avoid conflict. Techniques on how to take control of your anger when someone has issues with you. The irony is sometimes women want to claim abuse on men putting their hands on you when they're yelling and screaming. And isn't yelling and screaming verbal abuse? Last I checked, yelling and screaming on a continual basis is verbal abuse. Um, But then a woman want to put her hands on a man and slap him and hit you upside the head with a pot when you just sitting down doing nothing. And then you put your hands on them to keep them from harming you, and they want to claim domestic violence. Something is wrong with that picture. Um, so remember, I just want to keep putting this out there. If you feel like you're in an unsafe environment, and this is for men, this is for women, and this is for even if you feel like your children is in an unsafe environment, make sure that you get to a safe place. Get your children to a safe place. Okay? All right. Take care.